See the politics of this nation, and it makes me sad that leaders now are coming online to speak about unnecessary things, wasting the time for Kenyans, wasting our time. Members of parliament that don't know how to hold their mouth. That's why I'm waiting for that reign of Christ. Can you imagine there will be no corruption? You will never hear. That's why he must prove it. You know, that's the reason why he's coming. He doesn't want to first go to heaven. No, it's a red carpet procession. When you hear that, wachana ati munabebwa, hakuna kubebwa. Being carried to where? On that day, we shall be carried. Those songs will not be sung there. Carried where? He will come here. Then he will call all the kings and say, sit here. I want to teach you what it means to rule. Oh my God, corruption free. When he administrates economy, you see,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Fellow Kenyans, of late I've been thinking, I've been asking myself this question, that why do we always elect leaders? Why do we normally have elections? After every 5 years, we do elections. After every 5 years, we do elections. Sometimes you find that some leaders maintain their positions. Some go to higher level. Some are not even elected. Some fail to be elected. Why? Because they fail to do what they were supposed to do. But then, why do we have elections? That is the main question that we need to ask ourselves. That why do we have elections? I've been doing some little research here and there, asking myself random questions based on the behaviors of these our leaders. I've been really thinking that very deeply, that why do we normally have elections? Fellow Kenyans, before we get deeper into this discussion, let me quickly remind you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share, drop me your comment in the comment section, tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Before we talk about why we normally have leaders, there is a statement that was made by Ndindi Nyoro concerning the borrowing, comparing William Ruto's borrowing and Mwai Kibaki. And this is what Ndindi Nyoro said, that President Kibaki did a lot of developments. He borrowed 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings over 10 years. Whereas in the 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings we are borrowing every year going to. That is the question. Where is the 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings that we borrow every year going to? It means that 1.2 trillion was borrowed by Mwai Kibaki in 10 years. But for us, we've already borrowed, we borrowed this every year. Now, I want us to listen to the way he was speaking.
The economy of Kenya is borrowing 100 billion every month. And every single day, when the lights go off, every day, every single day, Kenya is borrowing 3.4 billion every day. We have borrowed over 3.5 trillion Kenya shillings in 3 years. President Kibaki borrowed 1.2 trillion in the entire 10 years he was president. And therefore we have borrowed 3 times in 3 years. We have borrowed 3 times what Kibaki borrowed in 10 years. That's the money Kenya has borrowed in the last 3 years alone. 3 times what Kibaki borrowed in 10 years. And in that money, I have not included other debts that Kenya has now become clever to borrow in the name of something called securitization. I've not mentioned even that. It therefore means the economy of Kenya is borrowing 100 billion every month. And every single day, when the lights go off, every day, every single day, Kenya is borrowing 3.4 billion every day. That we are borrowing in a minute. You can do the calculations and see. In an hour, maybe we are borrowing around 137 every 1 hour. I'm saying this because we are now headed to the elections. And what governments do, they focus more on re-election, and we forget that we have a country to lead after the elections. And what that means is that every time we are nearing elections, we start having something called fiscal expansion. Because maybe there is nothing much to be seen for the past year, then in basically 1 year, we want everything to be seen. And therefore, what do? We become reckless in borrowing. Kenya is there.
I want us now to talk. I want us to reason together, because you know when we're talking about these things, we bring them, we discuss them, and then we hear your opinion. I just want you to tell me your point, or maybe your thought at the comment section. People like Power of Trinity, Jefferson Siringa, Element 254, JBs. You are so many guys. I can't mention all of you. I just want you to tell me everything, because I know that this platform has got very mature people. People who understand what politics is, how it happens, what normally happens, why do we do things that we do, why politicians or why leaders do the things that they do, thinking that that is the right direction that people are supposed to take. Let me start by this. Everywhere on earth, people vote. But whereas the real question is this: why do we always put someone in charge? Before, when Kenya was getting independence, we had got, let's say we had got, back then we had got Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, we had got Odinga, that is Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, and then after that we went to Moi, after Moi we went to Kibaki, after Kibaki we went to Uhuru Kenyatta, after Uhuru Kenyatta now we are in William Ruto. So are you seeing that trend? People keep on changing. We keep on changing leaders, but we've never asked ourselves that why do we normally have these leaders? Why is it that we have to put someone in charge? That is the real question. Why do we have to put someone in charge? Can't we lead ourselves? Can we just govern ourselves? Can we just do things by ourselves without putting somebody in charge to lead us? And that is why we find that now we have to go to ballot box. We have to go to ballot. People cheer, you know. A lot of the president walks here and there, waves, celebrates. We have got the swearing in, the inauguration, and all that. That one happens because we want someone. We have to put someone in charge. But I want us now to break this thing down. Number one. The reasons why we elect leaders is because humans love order. As human beings love order, and that is one of the major things that even when God was creating, God created in an orderly way. The first day, the second day, the third day, fourth day, fifth day, up to the sixth day, and that is why on the seventh day God rested. He's an orderly God. He created with order, and then he gave man authority. He gave man. In fact, the first person to give leadership was God. When he was telling man that now I put you in charge. You see? So in other words, as human beings, we love order. People don't like chaos here and there. And that is why you find that you can put 10 people, 10 strangers. Imagine, just take 10 strangers in a room. And then out of that, those people who don't know each other. Let's say, for example, take someone from Mombasa, then someone from Nairobi, take someone from Makueni, from Machakos, from let's say from Kirinyaga, Loitoktok, Turukana, Masai, go to Kisumu, go to Busia, go anywhere. You'll come to find out that there must be somebody. These people will find a way of putting someone in charge. And you see, this is one of the major challenges that now Kenya, the government of Kenya has, because they're really trying. They've been trying so hard to ask themselves that who is in charge of these Gen Zs? How can these Gen Zs say that they are leaderless, they are tribalist? Like, what they need is change. That is one of the major things that have been really troubling this government, because they don't know who is in charge of the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are saying that we are tribalist, we are leaderless, we don't want to be led by anybody. We don't want to be led by anybody. We want to lead ourselves. We don't want anything to do with anybody. We just want to be ourselves. That is where the problem is coming from. But then you come again to find out that people like Boniface Mwangi, people like Boniface are coming out, people like Kanifa, people like Kasmuel are emerging. It's like now they want to they want to carry all the burden. They want to be like the voice. You see, yeah, in as much as you are not appointed, or in as much as you have not been given that platform to lead, you just find it. You just find a way that you just find that somebody must act like a representative. You see, so in other words, human love order. You see, obviously human love order, and I was when I was looking at why human love order, I came to realize that the brain. You see, the brain of human beings. There is a way that our brain functions. Our brain functions in a way that it really hates chaos. The brain hates chaos, and what the leader, a leader is someone who gives direction. Like we don't want to waste time fighting. Instead of wasting time fighting, let us find a way out. Let us just find a way out. So that is number one. Number two, there is this issue of the survival hack. Now, talking about the survival hack, when you look at back in those days, the caveman days, during the time that man was evolving, the Homo habilis, the Homo sapiens, the Homo sapiens sapien, the Homo erectus. Those times, the cave moments when man was evolving, there was having a leader meant survival. Like for you to be a leader, and that is why lion was considered as the king of the jungle, because lion knows how to survive. It is not like lion is is so big, but lion knows how to survive. Lion knows how to penetrate, how to catch the prey. So that is why the lion was considered the king of the jungle. So the same way back in those days, the leader was decided during the hunt. And that is where now the king became, the lion became the king of the jungle. But now, who is defending the tribe? Like the tribe, you normally hear this issue of the lion, the tribe of Judah. You're the king, the tribe of Judah. Those are the kind of things that we're talking about. And also, we have to understand that without leaders, there will be like a lion without alpha. Like people will be confused. Will completely be confused. And then the third thing is the issue of kings to president. Now we are evolving. I was bringing that so that we see how the evolvement took place or is taking place. We were from the ancient days, and then now we came to kings. Right now we are in presidents. Talking about presidents, we come to realize that we evolved from having kings. The king Mekatileli Wamenza, those kind of kings. And then now we graduated from kings now to presidents. But remember, we still maintain that there must be that one person who must lead. Even Jesus said that, my sheep hear my voice. I don't know we understand each other. I don't know whether we take each other here. We evolved from the kings to presidents. We didn't kill the leadership. And that is why we normally have elections every now and then. We just change. It was just a change of the package. It was just a change of the packaging. We didn't want kings, but now we want presidents. Now that is why today we got the presidents, we have governors, we have prime ministers, same ideas but different names. The idea is we must have that one person that leads a group. We must have that one person that can sign papers. We must have that one person that can bring us together. It is not that we can't come together, but after coming together, what next? After coming together, we must have people that can lead us, can give us directions. And then the fourth one is the issue of now why elections work. And now this is where I want us to concentrate on why the elections work. You know, I was doing some little study on elections, and I realized or understood that elections are like pressure valves. Pressure valves. Instead of revolution, people just vote. Sometimes, you know, we need to ask ourselves that why do we vote? But we keep on voting every now and then. We keep on voting. We've never asked. You know, the problem is we've never asked ourselves why we vote. Now, we vote thinking that we want good leadership, but we've never sat down and asked ourselves that, of course, we want good leadership. Who can give us this kind of leadership that we want? Who can sort us out? Who can give us this thing that we want? We've never asked ourselves that. And that is why we come to realize that after the elections, the people that we give power, the people that we give opportunity to lead us, they keep on messing up. They keep on messing us big time. We elect them. And then after putting them, after being sworn in, after sitting in their office chairs like the same one I'm sitting here, boom, they change, they mess up, and then again after messing up, what we do, we don't look for the solution. What we do as citizens, we again wait for another election. I don't know whether we understand each other. That is where I was coming to. After we've realized that these people that we elected have messed up, what we do, we wait for another election. We do another problem. We bring another problem. Again, we wait for another election. But we will now ask ourselves that in as much as we are voting, in as much as we keep on voting, what do we want? What is normally our target in electing leaders? Because you can't tell me, fellow Kenyans, you can't be telling me that we do election, we elect without looking at the future. We can't just be voting without looking at the future. You know, yes, all people can lead us. And of course, we must have somebody, we must have leaders in one way or the other. Maybe. But here's the problem. We don't trust machines. We trust faces. Remember, even when the people, you know, I'm trying to bring these things so that we can understand it better. Remember during the time that the Israelis were crying for a king. People like Power of Trinity, I think you can explain this better. JBs, you can explain this better. During the time that the people of Israel were crying for a king, God told them that it is not the right time. Remember, they told Moses that we want a king, somebody that we can see, a human being, a face that we can see. So human beings, the nature of human being is that we can't trust machines. We only trust people that we can see. We only trust visual people that we can touch. We can't trust robots. Because maybe a robot is controlled by a human being. That robot, I see right now China's are making robots that can give birth like human beings. You know, the world is evolving, yes, but we can't deny that. But that thing is very much skeptical. It is very much skeptical. In which manner? In this manner, that it will have a challenge one day. We really want somebody, you know, human beings we really want someone to cheer, somebody to blame, and that is politics. That is how politics is. We want somebody that we can cheer. Like right now, you know, we cheer, we talk about one term, 2 term. We want somebody that we can, and then again, we also want somebody that we can blame. That, oh, you promised us, you didn't deliver. You can't blame a machine. You can't cheer a machine. But before I leave you with the last question, I've been asking myself, when I was doing this research, I also sat down and asked myself this question, that where is the problem, where the problem normally comes from. And I was like, okay, if we human beings have a problem, then how can this problem be sorted out? Because you can't tell me that remember when these politicians, these leaders are coming to us to ask for votes, they are 100% sure that we are going to give them chance to lead us. That is a fact. When they come to us, they expect us to elect them. Then we Kenyans, we citizens, we go ahead, not Kenyans, but we human beings, citizens, go ahead, elect them. At the back of our minds, we know that they know our problems. I want us to understand. At the back of our minds, we know that they know our problems. But I don't know whether that is normally our idea, our thoughts, our thinking, but it's not normally them, or it is just an assumption they assume. Because tell me why, after electing a leader, he doesn't do what we expect him or her to do. Somebody again comes. I want us to take a look. Take for example. Let's talk about the issue of education. Barabara, yeah. Acha tuongee mambo na barabara. While electing leaders, because hapo ndio wanakuja wanapitia wakikuja kutafuta kura. So tunajua vizuri kwamba hii barabara wanapaswa kuja kutengeneza. Lakini wakishachaguliwa hawatengenezi hiyo barabara. And then other people come, another slot comes and tell us that I want us to find a way where we normally mess up as people, as human beings, or as people who wants to be led. Another group comes and then starts telling us that hii barabara tutawatengenezea, tutajenga mashule, tutawekea maji, and then we cheer them, we shout, we clap. Are you seeing? We clap for our own problems. We clap, yet we need this thing. It is not like we are requesting. It is not like we are pleading. This is something that they are supposed to do. Then why are we cheering them? You see, sisi kupigia watu makofi ndio hao watu upata nafasi ya kutunyanyasa. Because wanasema kwamba kama wanatupigia makofi, kwani wamepigia watu wangapi? How many people have they cheered? Are you seeing that? Wanatupigia makofi sasa hivi, ni watu wangapi wamepigia makofi hapo? I don't know until when will we realize that we really mess big times. When? Yeah? So I want you to tell me at the comment section that why then do we normally elect leaders if we keep on cheering them when they tell us about our problems? Because you can't tell me that a leader comes and tells us that nitawajengea barabara hapa na ilhali hatuna hiyo barabara, alafu sisi tunampigia makofi. Come on guys. Come on. Yes, we need order. We need order. We need to survive. And some points we need a finger to point at. We need to point a finger at somebody like ujafanya hii. Yes, we need that. But that one should not be a guarantee that these people comes to us and then tell us what we expect them to do, assuming that they know, yet they also think that we don't know, and then we cheer them up. And that is where I came up with this question, that why do we normally have election? Or why do we normally elect leaders?
You will never hear any man complain education is a problem. Oh, I got sick. Unapona hapo hapo. Ati malaika anapita tu anasikia in your family, just by mistake you just did inachukuliwa. The cough is taken away immediately. 1,000-year reign. Oh my God. The reign of Christ. And then the 7-year tribulation. Satan will now be released after that to now come. Then God will tell you to test my governance, and then test his. Then when it finally finishes, the last report is a great falling away. That's why if your dad is not born again, you will never see him. If your mom is not there, you will never cut off. Go where you are going. And God will now begin to give you a new life. That's what you now call the journey of paradise. Or rather, the new heaven. I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Everything now will be restored again. And then will be brought back. No sickness, no pain, no corruption. Oh my God. Because leaders don't even know what to do with roles. Pharaoh did a good job to listen to Mufungwa. In English, it's called what? A prisoner. A nation was saved by a prisoner. A prisoner. Which leader will listen to a prisoner? Sometimes I cry because I say, if people could have listened to the plans we had for this nation, just to listen. We didn't even ask for any opportunity. We asked for no money. No man gave us anything. I say it publicly if you did hear. You are a politician and you gave me anything. Shout now. Shout it. Let the world know I'm a liar. This is why we refused resources. Because we knew this day will come. That we will speak things as they are. And every time God is about to win, people duke him. But do not be deceived. The greatest deception of man is thinking that you can mock God. It's so easy to fix this nation. You can't speak like that if you don't have a superior spirit. It's so easy to fix the nation. Don't go and continue to say things you won't do. If you know the nation is suffering from little resources, come out. Give a yearly plan. People, listen to what we teach. We know what we are saying. We are little men. Come out. Even if there is pressure to build 50 roads, come out according to the budget. And you say, according to the budget, we are getting 100 shillings, 70 shillings is going to debt. Sinihifo. We are remaining with 30. With these 30 shillings, we need to pay teachers, pay what? Plan the mission. Plan it. And then tell them, the only maendeleo, what is maendeleo in English? Going forward. The only going, the only development we are going to do according to the resources we have. We can only do 2 roads per county. So when I come to your county to say hello to the people, member of parliament, don't make me lie by promising people what is not in the budget. Just simple. Just come out and say it. According to this one, this is the only number of teachers we are able to employ this year. Just to be transparent. I spoke about this deal with the airport before it happened. Now listen, how did we know? We are able to see things in the spirit. I'm not an activist. I said, come out. Before you give a deal outside, ask Kenyans, how many have those resources? Look, there is no way Kenyans cannot. There are some Kenyans here. Kenyans, don't be ignorant, Bwana. 200 billion. Don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant. There are men here that have money. And if you are faithful with little, so you don't even have little to test faithful, and you are looking for much. You have to pass an exam. Come out and tell the people. With the funds we have, it will force us to borrow and borrow. because we don't want to overdo it. Let us reduce for now until just say it. Anyway, let it go down the record we kept saying.
I want you to tell me at the comment section, why do you think we normally elect leaders? Have we ever understood why we normally go to the ballot? Like umepewa ile karatasi, president tick, governor tick, senator tick, MP tick, MCA tick, women rep tick, blah blah tick, tick. And then unaikunja vizuri, unaenda unaingiza pale kwenye sanduku, and then it's being counted. Have we ever understood why we do that? Let me know what you think in the comment section. But please don't forget to subscribe.